So, you heard about Cataclysm Arcade, whether it was online, from a friend, or maybe you bought a booster pack yourself. You thought, how do I play this game? Well, that's what we're covering today in our How to Play Cataclysm Arcade trading card game. Starting off, let's go over the card types. There are 6 card types. If you're wondering which card is which, it says so right in the middle of the card. We have Boss, Fighter, Weapon, Tactic, Response, and Token. Starting off with the Boss card, this represents you. An additional way to tell it's a Boss card is by the Boss crown in the top left corner. Along the top, you also have the Boss name and its faction. The faction is important as it may be referred to by other cards during the game. It also creates building restrictions when building constructed decks. This is your health. When this reaches 0, you are out of the game. Down in the middle of the card, we have the attack cost and the attack power. The attack cost is how many tokens it will cost for you to attack with your boss. The attack power is how much damage you will deal when you attack. In the text box of each card, you will have the abilities or any additional information like flavor text that will be in each card. And on the bottom, we give credit to the artists, and you also have the card number for collector reasons. Next up are fighters. These are used to fight alongside your boss and help you win. Starting off, your fighter has a level. You may play your fighter as long as the level of your fighter is equal to or less than the current level of the game. You have the name of the fighter and its faction. Please note that you may only have one of each unique fighter on the field at a time. Next up is the fighter's health. When this reaches 0, the fighter is removed from play and moved to the discard pile. Like your boss, you have an attack cost and an attack power. It works the same way. You pay the cost, tap the creature, and deal the amount of damage equal to its attack power. Any abilities or flavor text will be in the text box. Next up are your weapons. Weapons as well have a level restriction. Same as fighters, as long as the level of the weapon is equal to or less than the level of the game, you may play it with no additional costs. Also, only one of each unique weapon allowed on your side of the field at any given time. This is the attack bonus that you will give to the fighter that this weapon is attached to. Weapons can only attach to fighters and cannot attach to your boss. Weapons enter play attached, but if it becomes unattached for any reason, this is the cost that you will have to pay to reattach it to another fighter. Any additional information of that weapon will be listed here in the text box. Tactics, unlike fighters and weapons, are played and then put in the discard pile immediately. These are tricks that you can use to turn the tide of battle in your favor. Up here in the top left, you have the cost of the tactic, the name of the tactic, as well as the faction. And down in the text box, you have what the tactic will do to help you or hurt your opponent. Response cards are like tactic cards, but whereas tactics can only be played on your turn as one of your actions, response cards may only be played in response to an opponent's action. You can tell the difference up here in the card's cost. Response cards will have a lightning bolt through the cost, noting that it is a response card. You have the name and the faction of the card, as well as any information of what the response will do. Lastly, we have tokens. Tokens are just fighters that are created by other cards in the game. Unlike other fighters, there is no level cost, as these are not in your hand. They will only come into play when another card's ability tells you to do so. Now, before we get into how to set up for a game, if you're opening up your booster pack for the first time, you need to find any tip cards, tokens, your boss card, and your punch-out card, and remove them from the rest of your cards. Now let's move into the pre-game setup. Your boss card goes front and center. This represents you. Next, you will take the remainder of your cards and shuffle them up. You will then draw 4 cards and take a mulligan if you so choose. You are allowed 1 mulligan. To mulligan, you will remove any unwanted cards from your hand and put it in your discard pile, and drawing that many new cards. You will then take the cards you discarded and shuffle them back into your deck. We will start the game at level 1, meaning you will get 1 token. As the levels go up, you will receive tokens equal to the level number. And lastly, you will randomly choose who goes first. That's it. You are ready to start playing your first game. On each of your turns, you may choose one of 4 actions. You may play a fighter or weapon, as long as the fighter or weapon's level requirement is equal to or less than the current level of the game. You may take it from your hand and put it into play with no additional cost. You may choose to attack. You attack by paying the fighter's attack cost, tapping the fighter or turning it sideways, and dealing damage to your target equal to your fighter's attack power. You can play a tactic. To play a tactic, you will pay the cost, perform the action on the tactic card, and then place that card in your discard pile. You may also use an ability. You may use an ability on one of your cards by paying the cost and taking the action stated in the ability. Lastly, if you have nothing else to do, you may choose to pass. But beware. If you pass, you may no longer take any more actions for the rest of the level. You may respond to your opponent's actions, but you may not take any actions of your own. Let's get started. We have won the die roll and we will be the first player. At the beginning of every level, each player will draw one card. We now have the option to take one of our 4 actions. We will choose to play a level 1 fighter by putting it into play. That would be our 1 action. It is now our opponent's turn to take their action. Our opponent will choose to use their action by playing a fighter as well. Whenever a player plays an action, it creates what is called the line. The line allows us to respond to those actions. For example, we can choose to play our reaction card, Cash Money. We do this by paying the cost of 1 token, playing the card from our hand, following the action on the card, in this case gain 3 tokens, and moving the response card to the discard pile. After this, our opponent's action will resolve and their fighter will enter play. We also have a level 1 weapon that we can play. Let's go ahead and attach it to our fighter. This allows our fighter to go from the 1 attack power that it had to an additional 1 attack power with the help of the weapon. It is now our opponent's action and they choose to attack. They will pay the attack cost of their fighter and tap their fighter, dealing damage to their target. In this case, Squatch, Fearsome Slugger, gets +1 attack when he attacks a Mystic. As our boss is a Mystic, he will target our boss, dealing 2 damage, dropping our boss's life total to 15. When attacking, attackers will only deal damage and not receive any damage. Something to note is damage is persistent. It does not go away as the levels go up. As the action is now back to us, we have the option to attack as well. Our fighter has an attack cost of 0, but it is still required to tap our fighter. We will choose to attack Squatch, dealing 2 damage to him. 1 damage for the fighter and 1 additional damage that we gain from the weapon, leaving him at 1 life. It is now our opponent's turn. As they have no more actions in play, they choose to pass. They are done playing actions for the rest of the level. Now back to us. We can pay 2 tokens and tap F with me ammo to create a rat token. We may now use that rat token to attack, tapping it and dealing the 1 final damage to Squatch, bringing him to 0, destroying him, and moving him to the discard pile. As we have no more actions to play, we too shall pass. As all players have passed, the level is over. Any unused tokens are reduced to 0. We will increase the level by 1, gain tokens equal to the current level, which is now 2. We will untap all of our creatures, draw 1 additional card, and the first player token will pass on to the next player, as they will be the first player for the new level. Play will continue in this style until there is a winner. Things to remember: the game continues until there is only 1 boss remaining. That player is the winner. If you need to draw a card and you have no cards in your deck, reshuffle your discard pile back into your deck and draw your card. If a card's ability goes against the rules, the card wins out. Follow what the card says. Remember to keep lots of dice handy, as you will need them for keeping track of health, attack modifiers, and anything else. You can also download the Cataclysm Companion app to track your level, tokens, as well as other stats. And that is how you play Cataclysm Arcade.